So, good afternoon, or morning, or whenever it is you're watching this video. My name's Ishmael. So, a bit about myself. I've recovered from long COVID or chronic fatigue syndrome or ME, whatever you're going to call it. I'm pretty sure it's all the same kind of thing. So I got COVID March 2020, was sick for a good year afterwards, more like 2 years. Started to recover after a year, but yeah, pretty ill for 2 years, with the gradual recovery after the first year. Probably took me like 3 years in all to eventually recover, and I'll just kind of tell you a couple of things that helped, or three things that helped. There's probably a few more things, but three things that definitely helped. So the first thing was getting a plan to recover. It took me a while to work out what my body needed to recover, in terms of how much I could push it and how much rest I needed. I think that's probably getting that balance is probably like a major step in recovery. Is if you can find you can push it a little bit each week, then you can push it more and more. So for me, what worked was doing, say, like a 10-minute walk one day and then having 2 days rest where I didn't walk. I pretty much did nothing for 2 days. And, every 2 weeks I'd up it like a minute or 2 minutes. The minutes got made into like 3 or 4 minutes as I got better. Then I got up to like a half an hour walk after about, 6 months of doing that. 4 to 6 months of doing that, I got up to a half an hour walk, which doesn't seem much, but it's 3 times as much as I was doing before. And then from then on, I felt like I could go in the sea, and started off the same kind of thing. 3 waves, I'd get out every few weeks. I'd up my wave count to 4 waves. And that's kind of my plan of recovery. Second good massive thing was getting on top of your sleep. A lot of people have very bad sleep, like very bad sleep patterns. They'll sleep in the day, they'll sleep a long time, but just be waking up all the time, or they'll just find it hard to sleep completely. A good thing to get on top of your sleep is, so you need to get in a good rhythm. You need to wake up at the same time every day. You need to have a good sleeping environment, comfy bed, comfy made bed. Needs to be dark, quiet. A bath before bed's really good. I've heard things about having your body heat up before you go to sleep, so it needs to cool itself down, and that makes you sleepy for some reason, I don't know. No screens before bed. Blue light's really inhibits the production of melatonin, your sleep kind of hormone. No blue light 3 hours before bed. And try and get daylight, as much daylight as possible. That's really important. That helps your production of melatonin, and helps you get into this good rhythm. Another thing I'd say is eating like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Getting into that rhythm, that helps your sleep rhythm. And also, I started taking mirtazapine, which is a anti-anxiety. That really helped my sleep. If you need to take that kind of thing, I don't feel bad about it. I don't think it's going to give you less energy. I don't think your energy needs are kind of being inhibited by taking some kind of sleeping tablet. It's just, you need to do what you need to do to get a good night's sleep. So third thing was, don't think it's going to go smoothly. Like, don't be a perfectionist. You're not going to I'm going to get into this pattern and I'm going to have no more symptoms and sail through to being better. There's going to be things in your life that are going to stress you out, they'll cause symptoms, unexpected things that kind of diminish your energy. You've used way too much energy doing that, and that's okay. That's not going to set you back, so you won't be able to recover. You might get some symptoms from them, but it's not going to affect you long term as long as you stick to a plan long term. And you can have these setbacks, and sometimes you feel like, oh shit, I'm feeling real ill from a setback, and then you will bounce back and bounce back. Your body needs to kind of get used to these stresses. I'm not advocating a graded exercise therapy or anything. This is very much tailored to your individual needs. And not advocating pushing through major crashes. That's pretty much impossible and it's not helpful at all, but you will get setbacks. Just, you're not going to have a smooth recovery. Try and be a perfectionist. So I fully believe that recovery is possible. Because on the evidence, I now I can go for a surf for 5 hours each day, do work full time. Don't really think about being ill at all. Do all the things I used to do before, pretty much. I mean, I'm a bit older and a bit creakier, but I'm all right. So I hope if you find this helpful, you will just know you can recover. You do the right steps at the right time, you will recover. And don't look at anything saying that you won't, because they're wrong, because you will. You can and you will. All right. Hope you all good. Goodbye.